If you ever saw High School Musical or Glee and thought to yourself, this would be perfect as a hard R zombie apocalypse Christmas movie, I have got the movie for you. So let's talk about it. So in Anna and the Apocalypse, it's Christmas time and a group of teenagers are dealing with all the usual troubles. They got parent problems, they got dating problems, they got principal problems. But when a zombie apocalypse breaks out, they break into song and they've got to reunite with their loved ones, with their families, and just try to survive. Now, when I say that this movie very much is a mix of Glee and High School Musical with a zombie apocalypse, I'm serious about this. It's Shaun of the Dead with high schoolers in a High School Musical type setting. And so I went into it not fully knowing what to expect, and I had a ton of fun with this movie. I actually saw it at Fantastic Festivals, which is the world premiere of the movie. So the cast was there, the director was there, the songwriters were there. It was a really fun, neat experience to get to be at that. With all that said, let's start talking about the good. Right off the bat, it's a musical. We'll talk about the music, and it's actually really good. Some of the songs are like high school pop music, stuff that I wouldn't think that I would enjoy, but I had a good, fun time with it, especially some of the dance choreography kind of going along in the sequences. Other songs have different genres to them. There's a couple of songs at a kind of Christmas pageant that are really funny, one of them involving some sea creatures. From there, let's go ahead and talk about the cast. They can sing really well, and there's some really funny characters in there. The guy that plays the principal in this, probably the standout character that just got tons of laughs out of the audience, just worked really kind of nicely. And then along the way, it's a high school coming of age type stories. People deal with their past and kind of the conflicts in their life, and you really care about the characters as it kind of moves forward and have adventures along the way. And it's a zombie movie, so we'll talk about the action, and they find some clever little ways to take them from a bowling alley to battling out in the streets with whatever they can find to battling at a school. They find different ways to get some interesting little kills in there at different times that made for just a fun adventure that kind of kept moving nice and quickly. And one of the things that just absolutely impressed me about this movie is I don't know what the budget was, but the production value is actually quite good for the movie that they were making. It kicks off right at the beginning with this opening credit sequence that's animated, and it was a ton of fun and like interesting. The production quality on the video, the special effects, the music, all of it looked really nicely for a movie that didn't have any actors that I knew who they were in it, so I was quite impressed with just the production of the film itself. All in all, this is a very good movie with solid music. The mixing of the genres really works because the coming of age story invests you in the characters, so when people start dying, when there's stakes, when people are in peril, you actually care about them and the journey that they've been on thus far and the people they're trying to rescue. All of it really works, and there's catchy tunes along the way. With all that said, let's talk about the bad, and I only really kind of have nitpicks in this. And kind of on the story side of things, it's pretty general. It's just two kind of generic stories crammed together that aren't from the same genre. So you got fairly generic high school dramedy type plot combined with fairly generic zombie apocalypse, let's get from one place to the other place and survive type plot. So act one is generic high school stuff, then 2 acts of zombie apocalypse stuff. It's interesting to see them together, but it's important to say it's not like the story arcs and the characters in there are just mind-blowing crazy. No, they just work together, but there's a certain genericness to the plots in and of themselves. The other one that kind of bothered me in this is that there's some, especially going into like the third act of it, some tonal shifts as the stakes start to rise, as things start to get a little bit darker. It's a zombie apocalypse movie, so you're expecting it to get dark, but the first 2 acts hadn't quite gone there in the darkness, so when it starts to shift a little bit darker, it felt a little bit like, ooh, you didn't earn that. You didn't build up quite to that level of darkness. And then likewise, there's some twists in the third act with some of the characters that I didn't care for them. It wasn't the direction I necessarily wanted them to go. Not even that it was obvious or just out of the blue, but the direction they went with a certain character, I felt a little bit off to me. But overall, a very enjoyable movie, a big, gigantic surprise since I went into it not knowing what to expect and just had a ball with it. I think the people that see the trailer and go, what? Zombie apocalypse Christmas musical? You're going to get the movie that you want. You're gonna really enjoy it. You're going to laugh. You're going to enjoy people getting killed in bowling alleys and stuff like that. And you're going to be singing along with some catchy songs. Like, I was thinking to myself, like, I actually kind of want to, like, maybe check this out on, like, Apple Music when I get home, which it's not going to be out yet because I'm at the World Premiere, which is pretty cool. All in all, I think I'm going to give this one, I think I'm going to go 8.5 on this one. I had a great little time with it. Very, very fun movie. Some of the plot, a little bit familiar, just mashed two familiar plots together and a plot twist towards the third act that soured it just a little bit for me. But overall, very enjoyable film. And if I'm being honest, I really want you to check this movie out when it comes out. Have a good time with it. I'm going to recommend it to a lot of people because it's the type of movie that I'm just glad it exists. It's the type of movie that's, I'm so happy someone did something so weird and different, put these two genres together, and it worked. So with all that said, how about you? Are you excited about this one? Does it sound interesting to you? Tell me down below in the comment section, or if you're watching this in the future and you've seen it, what did you think about it? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, if you're new to my channel, please consider clicking that subscribe button. I do movie reviews. Sometimes she shows up along the way. Hey, say hi.
Hi.
Hey, that was so kind of you. So if you want to support us in our videos, click that subscribe button, click that like button, comment down below. I'd love to have a lively discussion with you because I don't want to just talk about movies. I want to talk about movies with you, as well as you sometimes. And thank you so much for watching.
Thank you so much.